Next on Worcester News Tonight, a growing concern for Tripoli is causing cities and towns, including Worcester, to take extra precautions. Plus, more reports of vaping-related illness are coming in, and doctors are warning people of the potential risks and harm. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. City and state officials are sharing their concerns about Tripoli. The mosquito-borne illness has caused one death in Massachusetts this summer. And Thursday, the governor spoke on the issue. Our Cam Jandro joins us now with more. Cam?
Anna, while the temperature is dropping outside, you should not be dropping your guard. We're still about a month away from the end of mosquito season, and officials say you should still be taking precautions even though it's a little bit chilly outside.
The threat of Tripoli is a big concern for officials in Worcester.
So this is nothing to fool around with. We want to make sure that we're erring on the side of caution.
One person has died among the 7 now diagnosed with the disease in Massachusetts. Worcester remains at moderate risk level.
We thought it was prudent to take the step of, not having organized activities after dusk, particularly young people, children.
And that's why we've been spraying, and last night we'll probably continue spraying sporadically going forward.
Governor Charlie Baker addressed the outbreak Thursday afternoon. Baker described the situation as a very scary issue.
If you have a wet fall, a soft winter, and a wet spring, that's usually a signal that you may in fact have a difficult year with respect to Tripoli.
While communities across the state move and cancel nighttime activities, Worcester State University has yet to make any scheduled changes. The school's athletic department says they're still in the monitoring phase.
Our athletic training staff is armed with cans of bug spray if the athletes or coaches choose to use them.
Communities are expected to take precautions until the first hard frost of the year, which may not happen until mid to late October. Governor Charlie Baker says preventative measures for 2020 will start once the winter is over.
There is an echo in this, I guess is the way I would describe it. So people are going to be out pretty early next year working this as well.
Now, across the state, there are still dozens of communities at critical risk. Mass DPH expects to be doing those aerial sprayings until that first frost takes effect. In the studio tonight, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
A tie for the 12th spot means there'll be 13 candidates in the City Council at-large race. Ralph Tishone and Evan Corrigan both received 935 votes at Tuesday's election. The two were tied as of Tuesday night, and a hand count produced the same results. According to the Election Commission, this is the first time a tie for 12th place has ever happened.
It's freeing to know the answer. Being in limbo, not knowing what happened or what was going to happen was stressful. It was stressful, especially the night of.
I've been working hard trying to get out there and meet as many people as I can. I'm certainly, as a candidate at large, trying to canvass the whole city's not an easy task.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. Tabletalk Pies sticks to its Worcester roots while expanding its reach. Thursday, they unveiled their newest facility in the city. The new 30,000 square foot cold storage space will keep pies frozen and include 6 shipping and receiving docks. Tabletalk says they'll be able to house up to 10 million 4-inch pies at a time. And the new facility will help streamline the distribution process.
Every day that we make our pies, we now have a place to put it. And so there's 3,100 pallet positions. That's like 2 weeks of production. So we're so glad to have that.
Tabletalk's Kara Smith says the opening comes at a time where Worcester is expanding as well.
Worcester is our home. Residents are our neighbors. And so to be a part of this and to see what's happening in Worcester is just amazing.
Now, Tabletalk bakers bake more than 2 million snack pies a year, in addition to their 8- and 10-inch desserts. In Northbridge, police are investigating a shooting. They say a wounded man showed up at a convenience store Wednesday night. Police say the victim stumbled into a Cumberland Farm store bleeding from an apparent gunshot wound. They say it appears he was shot somewhere else, then he drove to the store. First responders took him to the hospital where he was treated. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration is now joining Auburn Police in reviewing a fatal shooting in town. An employee at New World Van Line's warehouse was shot Monday. OSHA says multiple agencies are working on the case. The employee died after suffering an injury to his chest. The case is under investigation. Former Holy Cross women's basketball coach Bill Gibbons is filing a lawsuit against the school. It seeks damages on several counts, alleging the college violated his contract, defamed his character, and caused emotional distress. Gibbons won 613 games in a career spanning more than 3 decades at Holy Cross. He was fired last spring. At the time, the college cited the reason was the performance of the women's team in recent seasons. The college had also suspended Gibbons during the season after investigating an interaction with an assistant coach. The suit says Gibbons acted appropriately with the coach and the suspension was a sham. The state is ordering health providers to report all suspected cases of vaping-related lung disease. This as doctors are trying to determine what is causing the illnesses. And some local vaping product stores say they're worried about their business. Our Chandler Walsh has more. Health officials warn against vaping.
It's really not clear that it's safe.
Is vaping safer than smoking? It's something like this, that is jumping from 600 feet safer than jumping from 700 feet.
The CDC reports more than 450 illnesses and 6 deaths linked to vaping. St. Vincent Dr. Ahmad Siddiqui says there isn't enough information to determine why. He says it could be one of the chemicals in e-cigarette liquids or from a high concentration of nicotine.
Nicotine has ill effect on the heart. Nicotine has ill effect on almost every other, all the organs in the body. So it's possible.
The state's Department of Public Health is now requiring doctors to report any possible vaping-related lung illnesses.
If you are seeing patients that you know are vaping and have these pulmonary problems, don't wait until it gets to the point where they're on a ventilator and in an ICU. Report that.
Worcester's Department of Public Health says the cases in question are linked to products laced with THC. Vaporize on Park Ave says these are black market cartridges, and people who use regulated products are not at risk.
So I think in these states that are not recreational-wise or medical-wise for marijuana, and after these are actually all black market cartridges, there's actually a big thing. Even though it's still considered vaping, it's just kind of misinformed because they're kind of just shoving it all together.
The Trump administration is proposing a ban on flavored e-cigarette products. Vaporize has started selling CBD products, and they're worried about their business.
It might actually wipe us out as a business.
Meanwhile, Dr. Siddiqui expects to see long-term conditions caused by vaping in the coming years.
A lot of different effects down the line if this continues the way it is.
Dr. Siddiqui says nicotine also affects brain development and mental health, especially in youth. New federal guidelines will go through a public comment period before taking effect. In Worcester, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight. More than 1,000 volunteers are working on 70 projects across central Massachusetts. It's part of the United Way's Day of Caring. The projects range from paintings and cleanups to creating gardens for food banks. Today, dozens of volunteers from the City of Worcester and 1024 Digital Solutions were working at the YMCA, painting walls and cleaning out a storage house.
We always wanted to do something for community and help out, and we found United Way, and we thought that was a great way to get involved in the community and help out for whatever cause we could.
I just want to give back to my community. I work in the City of Worcester. I love what I do for work, and I just think it's really important to give back to my community.
Even though we were doing dirty, hard work, we all seemed to laugh and have fun, and it made the time go by so much faster.
Today's volunteers say the rain did not stop them from getting out to help.